you are is building something. You know, you're creating, and that's what I guess I picked up on and what I liked about the construction. You know, look at a little section, I go, God, that's almost like a little painting. Like that shot right there, right below the mirror. Just, you know, it's kind of cool. Like, kind of just stuff, you know, and it seems like the stuff kind of ends up where it needs to be. My name is Mike Dennis, and I'm a vice president for a commercial construction company. That's my day job. It's a good job. I really like it. I get to work for a great company. I got a great boss, but it's very stressful. And I got into this creating artwork and woodworking and jewelry because it really gave me a chance to use the other part of my brain, the right side of my brain, more creative side. I've always been kind of crafty. I guess I started out doing woodworking in college. Had never done any woodworking. I took a class. I just loved it. I mean, it was so cool, and started making furniture and did stained glass for a while. That was kind of neat. So these pieces are just pine, just from Home Depot, and I take the torch and I burn it, and then I scrape it with a wire brush, and it basically brings out the grain in it, and then I paint it, and then it kind of brings out the grain pops out. It's really a cool technique. The thing about my day job and my fun stuff, which is creating this art and woodworking, is the building, and it's very similar. I guess that's probably what's in me, is to be able to build and create things, and I see a tie-in between the two. My style is kind of that altered art, put all these different eclectic things together. So it's more kind of funky. All my woodworking and stuff it's definitely not fine woodworking. It's not like, you know, with these dovetails and all the joints go together and, you know, it's this perfect piece of furniture. Mine's a little rougher, you know, the joints don't always line up exactly right. And stained glass was great, but it was very regimented. It led me to the jewelry thing, kind of evolved into that, because it's a matter of cutting pieces and color and depth and texture. You know, everything kind of feeds on itself. I try to use a lot of found objects, you know, where I can, and redo things. I take like old junk jewelry and take them apart, and watch parts is something else I've been kind of playing around with. This I bought at a guy selling, he was selling silver, and all from the Middle East. This is from like Afghanistan or something like that. It's a really cool piece. So it's silver, but it's a different kind of silver. It's a little more rustic. These little guys are milagros. In Mexico, they take these and they pin them to the statues, and they'll say a prayer. Like if you're like this, like if your foot, here's a foot. If your foot hurt, you put the little foot and you pin it to the statue and say a prayer, and maybe your foot would get better. This is the goddess of fertility, and you got the nun kind of looking at her. It's like, what's going on there? My inspirations, they're just from all over. You know, obviously it's from the world around us. Music is a huge part of it. I get a lot of inspiration from my kids. They're both artists. About a year and a half ago, I was asked to help join an art guild for South Anne Arundel County. We put this group together, about 100 members, and we do 3 shows a year. It gave me a great opportunity to be showing my work with other artists, painters and potters, and it really made me focus in on my work, because now I'm selling it. And I've been real successful. I kind of feel like everybody can create. I just know it. And everybody can make something.